Hi, how is it important for an incoming guest or guests to be received by a lovely, well smiled, with eye contact receptionist and lead it to the table? What does it do? It creates a lasting impression with a polite, very respectable receptionist. Well, you're gonna expect a lot from that restaurant because you set as an example. You are the brand, you are the ambassador. So you represent mainly the establishment that you are working with. My name is Migs again, your online trainer, and let me guide you step by step on doing this receiving and seating of guests. Well, properly receiving restaurant's guests is a crucial for business and success as it establishes the first impression shape and overall dining experience and significantly influences customers' satisfaction, loyalty, and the restaurant reputation. This initial interaction set the tone for the entire visit and can be powerful strategic tool to long-term business growth. Receiving, welcoming, and greeting of guests is very important. You can apply the 5, 10, 15 feet rule. Next to that one is the first impression in most important and should be the best impression. The communication skills of all those who come in contact with the arriving guests are very essential and should convey nothing but welcome through their courteous and friendly manner. Well, if you have the passion of meeting the guest expectation, this is the very good start. Greeting guests. All the guests arriving the restaurant must be welcomed by the reception in a warm, homey, good greeting sets a positive tone for the entire transaction, and it makes the guest feel good about being at your restaurant. While it is very important to create the correct first impression on the guest, and the receptionist must also understand that he or she will get only one chance to do that because you are the one who's the first impression. You create the first impression. Always look the guest in the eye while approaching towards you. Smile and nod to signify that you are acknowledging their presence. Well, 15 feet away is quite far, but you can already start communicating. And this is what we call the 5, 10, 15 feet rule. 15 feet, upon seeing, you have to create a connection. So you look them by the eye, and when you have the connection, start smiling. Not the real big smile. I've tackled that one or this one about smiling on my previous topics on how to project your proper smile. Quite natural. And then 10 feet rule, when they reach the 10 feet, well, that's the time you start smiling because they're walking towards you. Third is the 5 feet. The 5 feet, when they are about to reach you, then that's the time you greet. 10 feet, you create the eye contact. 10 feet, you smile. And then 5 feet, start. You don't want to greet them when their attention is not on you. Okay? So, yeah, 5, 10 feet, 15 rules. So, those are the basics. So, how will you prepare for this one? And how will you start practicing? First 30 seconds of the transaction counts. Be sure you are well groomed, always in a proper posture. Check your appearance frequently every day. And if needed to be correct, you correct it. Don't smoke or eat in a clear view of the guest because you are in the front of the restaurant and a lot of eyes are looking at you. Greet the guest courteously at once with a certain smile. Keep the workspace tidy. Keep it all organized. Carry yourself with pride, smile but smile naturally and sincerely. Reservation verification process is one of the tasks that you need to know. If the guest places a no reservation, keep the guest at the reception desk and check your logbook. Ask the guest name if it is the same as in the logbook. Also, if you're in a hotel, ask guest contact number. You can also ask for their room number during the reservation. If it is correct, then lead the guest to the table assigned. Leading the guest. Well, leading the guest is very crucial, as you should know first if your table is ready, the waiter is aware, and the area is ready. Next to that one, you smile as you lead the guest with an open palm and politely saying, "This way please." "This way ma'am." "Sir, this way please." Make sure to it that you are smiling. Next to that one, when you lead the guest, make sure also that you don't walk fast. Just ensure that you walk with the same facing as the guest walk. Lead the table or lead the guest or group of guests to the reserved table and to the appropriate number of person. Receptionist should bring along also the menu on the way so that you can hand over some menu upon seating the guest. However, waiters also should be trained that whenever you are approaching with the guest, they should already prepare of how many menus to be shared to the table and for the guest. Seating the guest. Well, doing this one is giving the guest an impression of they've been treated as a royal, with royalty. Gently pull the chair outward as you excuse yourself to the guest. This signifies that you were doing something behind the guest. They will notice that. The guest may notice that you were pulling the chair off to help him or her. On doing this one, make sure to it that you do the protocol, which is you do the elders first, the lady elders, and or the gentleman. Next to that one, if they don't have, always prioritize the women, and then so on. Once the guest positioned him or herself to the chair, then push a little gently towards the guest. Make sure to it that you lift the chair, not just by dragging it. Serving menu. The receptionist always carry menu to be given to each guest after they have seated. The menu must be presented in proper manner. The menu should be opened from the first page on the upper mid part, holding both pages. Make sure all guests will be given each copy of the menu as possible, because when it is a peak hour, well, all you have to do is just spread it. Ensure again to prioritize the ladies. And then after serving the menu, make sure to it that the waiter is already in there, and you introduce the assigned waiter on that certain table so that your guests will be aware of whom they will be at least 3 times. Well, in the restaurant industry, in a casual fine dining, casual restaurant, and in a hotel, this is what we do. And when you work on those establishment, I'm sure you are already aware, and don't be shy. That's the main thing. Treat them as your regular guest, but not too familiar or over familiar. Receive them well and nicely, with the respect. As you are the ambassadors, you carry the brand name and you signify the restaurant or the hotel or the establishment that you are working with. Once again, I hope you learned something with this short training video. My name is Mix again, and if you want to tackle more, please leave us a message, subscribe to our channel, and message me if you need something else so that I can prioritize it and make a training video. Thank you so much, and God bless.